I'm Gina Tomlinson, standing on one of the floats that will soon take part in the big Mardi Gras parade tonight at the fire department in Ocean Springs. The Eye of Nate is currently passing over Harrison County. A group of Gulfport veterans hopped in World War II planes. An 11-year-old world record breaker made a pit stop in South Mississippi today, seconds after hearing a gunshot echo through this neighborhood. The details and what neighbors have to say straight ahead. So what can you do to make sure your kid is staying safe when using apps on their phone? Well, police say always be aware of who your child is messaging. And if they are messaging somebody dangerous, there are some signs to look out for. School officials say there are a few things parents should be doing to make sure their kids are ready for the school year. But the biggest thing is making sure their kid is back on schedule. And experts say when this 1-year-old little turtle reaches adulthood, it could weigh anywhere from 70 to 100 pounds. And when researchers release these sea turtles into the Gulf, it's gonna look a lot like this. And while we hope the coast hits a home run with these teams, players tell me they came here for one thing, and that's to keep their eye on the ball. According to Sabrina's side of the story, she was driving with her eyes on the road when her 2 younger sons who were sitting in the back began to fight. She says all she did was look back for a split second, and that's when the car crashed into the ditch. The mayor says he wasn't expecting every lot to be full. Hey, nice ride, thanks. This car was actually bought right here in downtown Moss Point in 1955. Tropical storm Nate is not something emergency officials like Rupert Lacey here, the director of Harrison County Emergency Management, are taking lightly. Rupert, just tell me a little bit about what the public should be doing in preparation for the storm.
The lending library will be meant for kids 5 and under.
Which may be why these chairs are so small. But school administrators say this will not only help these kids and their families, but the future of the community. And give or take their bowling skills, mine could use a little bit of work.
So my highest score is 75. What's your highest?
75. About 156, 160.
This is the number of cruisers from 2015. Here's the number from 2016. The number for this year is already over 8,000 and won't be officially tallied until Sunday. And some cruisers say they're planning to stick around. Where we're standing is starting to look a lot like Hump Day. That's because we are in the center of Camel Kingdom, and joined with me is the man in charge of it all, Ian Garden. Ian, tell me about this brand new exhibit.
Passions.
I'm getting camel kisses.
Some of their maneuvers, and we tell people, where they came from, what they eat, what they like to do.
What they eat? Wait a second.
That's
so
correct.
They don't eat humans. What do they eat?
Their favorite treat is an apple oatmeal cookie. Now here, I'm going to give you this. It's a horse-flavored treat. You can take one, you can feed them.
I've never done this before.
That's all right.
Don't eat. Ow! Ow!
Just
You
let it
almost
go.
got
Put it
me.
right in your
Are you
stomach.
sure they don't eat humans?
Oh no, positive.
To think Willie Nelson actually sat where I'm sitting right now is pretty darn cool, but will he be buying back his car this weekend?
I don't know. I hope he shows up and bids on it if he does.
So I asked him myself, hey Willie, will you be placing a bid on your old ride this weekend? Guess we'll just have to wait till Saturday at 1 p.m. to find out. How did your family just decide to evacuate? I'm in Gulfport on Highway 90. Check it out. Look it over here. The water has receded onto the roadway. Davis says regardless of whatever appeared to be happening during her time working here was paranormal or not, she says this place should be renovated because of its historical beauty. These planes are here until Wednesday. They're worth a trip out here. They're gonna blow you away. Just ask me. I've been blown away all day.
News 25's Gina Tomlinson joins us live. Gina, you having fun out there?
Joe Taylor, I'm having way too much fun in the center of this funky party. The Robo Bar is located right by the Hard Rock Cafe behind me. These robots, they actually have names. Jason and Django, they're making drinks as we speak. They have been all night. And this is a very big deal because this Robo Bar is actually the second Robo Bar in the United States. The only other one is in Las Vegas. Blake, you have 4 tickets. Who are you going to bring?
My great-grandfather, my brother, and my father.
Wait, so not me?
No.
Oh.
I can't.
The 10th anniversary, the cemetery tours had 17 reenactors. Wow, that's more than ever before. Police say you can stay protected by always remembering to lock up and by keeping your valuable items out of sight. The group says that when they're done with the project, it will look a lot like this one.
Get ready to saddle up. The 20th annual Gulf Coast Winter Classic is here, and the Harrison County Fairgrounds will be hosting the event for the next 6 weeks.
Whether at home, on the roads, or in the stores. Here's a few safety tips from their department.
Now, as some of you know, I am from Michigan, and according to our chief meteorologist, Rob Knight, there is going to be a lot of parts of the coast that are going to freeze over tonight. So I'm going to give you a little demonstration about just how to stop safely, as safe as you can, when making contact with that ice. So when you first make contact with it, it's pretty scary, so naturally you're going to want to slam on your brakes. Don't do that. Pump them in a steady motion, and it will make you have more control over the wheel.
The video was originally filmed on Snapchat and then shared hundreds and hundreds of times on different social media platforms. And that's how the Facebook group formed, supporting the cat. One thing raising concerns is the date the election falls on. Candidates say they know this is a busy time of the year for everyone, but it's important that our community gets to the polls. A couple things that won't be allowed inside the festival are outside beverages, and that includes bottles or cans, and also backpacks or big heavy purses like this, because with all the people coming, they want to make sure that safety stays #1. A full list of items to leave at home can be viewed on the website.
And there was one thing in particular that kids that I spoke to agreed they were happy to get some time away from.
It smells and tastes around here just as good as the good cause it's supporting. This is a shrimp boil benefiting those in Texas this morning. So lucky to be behind stage the very first time that this Cirque du Soleil production has ever come to Biloxi. I'm actually watching Jameson Lindenberg put on his makeup. He's a performer tonight. He's going to be singing on stage in the show. And as these little guys swim on into their new homes, the class that raised them has a message for these fish. Now, when selling the blue rose, it's not monetary value these owners are looking for. Rather, someone that can mirror the same etiquette and professionalism they have for the past 30 years. Authorities say the wreck happened at this intersection at around 6:30 p.m. This little guy at the ranch might be a baby right now, but experts say he could grow up to 15 feet long. This plane was actually used to train military aviators in the 1940s. Once the veterans got their flight equipment on, they were taken over 1,000 feet above our coast. Highway 90 looks pretty bare right now, but early birds say it's best to start setting up, because come cruising, traffic is expected to be bumper to bumper, and roadways will be packed with hot rods like this one. After the ceremony, everyone hopped on the trolley for a historical ride throughout the city. The groups are on a mission to find out how many names of the dead here have disappeared into history. Researchers estimate there's over 900 people buried in this cemetery. These paramedics work 24-hour shifts. Each child was given $300 and they were told they can put anything in the cart. The shopping spree only had one restriction. This field at Hancock High School was named after Favre. Go long! Residents say they can still catch him in his hometown when he visits. When back to school hits, they're usually pretty busy. But they say this is nothing compared to how their store will look this weekend. This might blow your mind, but when you start up this supercharged R8 V10, it's 760 horsepower. As you can see, this section of the Wolf River is a little bit deep and a little chilly, but that didn't stop the Wild at Heart Association from making sure that Dubes was okay. According to their story, the aliens first appeared above the Pascagoula River here while the two men were fishing off a pier in the area that is now part of the shipyard. The pilot tells me the highest he's ever flown in Rescue 5 is 6,500 feet. But depending on the flight path, the crew usually stays between 1,000 and 2,000 feet.
We all know that these parades are famous for throwing out beads, goodies, and souvenirs. So what's the craziest thing that you bought? Me and Victoria are standing here on Omega Sci-Fi's float. They're from Gulfport.
And they're gonna show me what to do in the event of a tornado. Ready, guys? All right, let's go. Get on the ground? Get on the ground. What do we do next? Lay your head down. Before letting drivers drive away. 7 bars touch Fishbone Alley, and soon after the renovation is finished, Parker says that this building will have 12 new apartments available for rent overseeing the alley.
So what would the staff at WXXV do if they had a clown sighting?
Gulfport police say clowns don't pose too much of a threat on the coast, and they're not too worried about them causing any trouble this year. And if you do plan on taking a jet ski out this weekend, always remember to keep safety first. Am I the first to ride a jet ski in a dress?
I think so.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Again, the parade starts at 5:30 in downtown Biloxi, and we'll be broadcasting it live at 6 p.m. on Saturday night. For now, live in Biloxi, Gina Tomlinson, back to you guys.